In the realm of spiritual awakening, one of the most profound experiences we can encounter is the sensation of being alone. This feeling, often perceived as solitude or isolation, carries with it a multitude of layers and complexities that are ripe for exploration. Let's explore the true nature of this experience and unveil the rich lessons hidden within. Understanding solitude in spiritual awakening. What does it mean to be alone? On the surface, it might seem like a simple state of being without company. But in the context of spiritual awakening, being alone takes on a deeper significance. It becomes a gateway to profound self-discovery and inner peace. When we begin our spiritual journey, we might find ourselves physically alone because our paths are uniquely our own. No one can walk this path for us. This physical solitude is often accompanied by emotional and psychological solitude as our beliefs, thoughts, and feelings start to shift. Old patterns fall away, and sometimes so do relationships. In these moments of solitude, have you noticed how loud your inner voice becomes? It's as if the silence of the external world amplifies the noise within. This is a crucial phase where we are invited to listen deeply to our inner selves. It's an opportunity to understand our deepest desires, fears, and aspirations without the distractions of the external world. However, this can also be a challenging time. The voices of doubt, fear, and loneliness can seem overwhelming. How do we navigate this? The first step is to recognize that these feelings are not obstacles, but are actually part of the path. They are indicators of what we need to heal or understand better about ourselves. Let's consider the emotions that surface when we are alone. What if, instead of pushing these feelings away, we welcome them as teachers? Each emotion carries a message, a clue to our deeper selves and our journey. By embracing solitude, we allow ourselves the space to hear these messages clearly. In practical terms, embracing solitude means creating intentional periods of silence and reflection in your daily life. This could be through meditation, spending time in nature, or simply sitting quietly with your thoughts. The key is to be present with whatever arises, without judgment.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
Through this practice, you will likely begin to notice a shift in your relationship with yourself and with solitude. It transforms from a state of loneliness to a state of enriching solitude where each moment alone is an opportunity to deepen your understanding of yourself and the universe. As you sit with your solitude, you might find that being alone is not truly about isolation. It's about reconnecting with your essential self, the part of you that is whole and complete, regardless of external circumstances. This realization can bring immense peace and contentment. As we wrap up this first part, think about the last time you felt truly alone. What emotions did it bring up for you? How might your journey change if you viewed these moments as sacred opportunities to reconnect with your deepest self? The illusion of separation and the unity of all moving deeper into the theme of solitude in the spiritual journey, we encounter a vital realization. The feeling of being alone is often rooted in the illusion of separation. This illusion is a fundamental misunderstanding of our true nature and connection to the universe. Let's dissect this illusion and uncover the unity that underlies our existence. In many spiritual traditions, the sense of separation from the rest of the world is seen as the source of much suffering. We feel alone because we perceive ourselves as distinct and disconnected entities. But what if this perception is merely a limitation of our minds, not the ultimate truth of our existence? Consider the air we breathe, the ground we walk on, and the sky above us. Are we truly separate from these? Or are we intrinsically connected, made of the same elements, and sharing the same life-giving substances? When you breathe in, the air becomes part of you, just as you release part of yourself into the environment with each exhale. This simple act of breathing is a constant exchange, a dance of integration and release. To explore this concept further, let's use the metaphor of the ocean and the wave. Imagine each of us as a wave in the ocean. While it might appear that each wave is separate and independent, at their essence, every wave is made of ocean water. Just like the waves, though we appear as individuals, at our core, we are all part of a larger, boundless ocean of existence. Each of us is an expression of the whole, never truly separate. What implications does this understanding have for our feelings of loneliness? It suggests that our sense of isolation is based on a misperception. By shifting our focus from being a solitary wave to recognizing ourselves as the ocean, we can experience a profound sense of connection and unity. How can we cultivate this awareness in practical terms? One effective practice is meditation focused on the concept of non-duality. Sit quietly and visualize dissolving into the space around you, expanding your sense of self beyond your physical boundaries. Feel your connection to all things. This practice can help break down the barriers of the ego that uphold the illusion of separation. Another powerful practice is to engage in acts of kindness and compassion. When we help others, we are reminded of our interconnectedness. This not only alleviates loneliness but also reinforces our sense of belonging to a larger whole. As we embrace this understanding of non-separation, our interactions with the world change. We begin to see others not as strangers but as fellow expressions of the same universal life force. This shift in perception is transformative, reducing our feelings of isolation and fostering a deep sense of belonging. Reflect on this for a moment. How does recognizing your interconnectedness with all life change the way you feel about being alone? Does it shift your perception of solitude from something to be feared to something that can be embraced as a reminder of our true expansive nature? Embracing your unique role in the cosmic symphony. As we deepen our understanding of the interconnectedness of all things, we naturally arrive at the exploration of our unique place within this vast, interconnected universe. Each of us, while part of the greater whole, has a distinct role to play, a unique note to strike in the cosmic symphony. This part of our journey invites us to explore and embrace our individual contributions while recognizing our unity with the whole. The realization that we are not truly alone but rather integral parts of a larger whole can lead us to question, what is my role in all of this? What contributions am I destined to make? These questions guide us toward understanding our purpose, which can significantly alter our perspective on solitude and our spiritual path. Firstly, recognizing our unique role begins with acknowledging our individual gifts and talents. Each of us is endowed with a combination of abilities and passions that is unlike anyone else's. When we use these gifts in service to others, we not only fulfill our own purpose but also contribute to the harmony of the larger community. This act of service, whether big or small, reinforces our connection to the whole and alleviates the feeling of isolation. How do we discover these gifts? It often requires a journey inward, the same solitude that might initially seem daunting. In the quiet moments alone, ask yourself what activities make you lose track of time, bring you joy, and invoke a deep sense of satisfaction. These are clues to your unique gifts and potential contributions to the world. In addition to discovering our gifts, embracing our unique role also involves understanding our limitations and learning to see them not as faults, but as part of the diversity that enriches the collective experience. Just as every instrument in an orchestra has a range in which it performs best, each of us has areas where we excel and others where we do not. This recognition helps us focus on where we can contribute most effectively and encourages us to seek harmony rather than perfection. Practically, start small. Begin by applying your talents in your immediate community. Whether it's through volunteering, starting a creative project, or simply offering your skills to help someone, each action sows seeds of connection and purpose. Notice how these actions influence your feelings of solitude. Often, actively contributing to the welfare of others brings a profound sense of belonging and purpose that solitude alone cannot offer. Another aspect of embracing our role is to continuously learn and adapt. The path of awakening is dynamic, and so is our role within it. Stay open to new opportunities to grow and ways your role might evolve over time. This flexibility ensures that your contributions remain relevant and fulfilling. Now, let us contemplate this. How does stepping into your role with intention and awareness change your experience of being alone? Does it transform the quality of your solitude from a state of lack to a state of fullness and purpose? The harmonious dance between solitude and community. In our final exploration of being alone in the spiritual awakening, we arrive at a crucial understanding. The balance between solitude and community is not just beneficial but essential for profound spiritual growth. This balance allows us to deepen our self-awareness while staying connected to the broader tapestry of human experience. Let's delve into how nurturing both aspects can enrich our journey and provide a fuller understanding of our place in the universe. Solitude, as we've discussed, offers a unique space for self-discovery and the deepening of our inner connection. It is in these quiet moments that we often encounter the most profound insights and transformations. However, if we remain in solitude indefinitely, we risk losing touch with the very interconnectedness that forms the essence of our spiritual insights. This is where the role of community becomes invaluable. Community provides a mirror for our self-reflections, a sounding board that helps us test and refine our insights. It gives us a chance to practice empathy, compassion, and kindness, qualities that are at the heart of many spiritual paths. Engaging with others, particularly in a supportive, like-minded community, helps us see ourselves more clearly and often brings new perspectives that enhance our understanding. Think of it this way: if solitude deepens our roots, community spreads our branches. Together, they allow us to grow in all directions, making us more resilient and connected. The challenge, then, is to find the right balance between these two. How much solitude and how much community do we need? The answer varies for each individual and may change throughout different phases of our lives. To find your balance, start by listening closely to your needs. After a period of solitude, do you feel rejuvenated and ready to engage with others, or do you feel isolated and disconnected? Conversely, after spending time in community, do you feel enriched or overwhelmed? Your emotional and spiritual responses to these questions can guide your decisions about how to alternate between solitude and community. In practical terms, consider establishing a rhythm to your life that honors both these aspects. You might designate certain times of day for solitude, like early mornings for meditation or journaling, and other times for community interaction, such as shared meals or group discussions. Additionally, regular retreats can be a valuable practice, providing deeper solitude for reflection, followed by a return to community with new insights and renewed energy. Finally, remember that the dance between solitude and community is not just about balancing time alone and time with others. It's also about how these experiences influence each other. Each solitary insight can enrich our community interactions, and each community experience can deepen our solitary reflections. This dynamic interplay enhances our overall spiritual growth and supports our journey toward realizing our interconnectedness with all things. As we conclude our exploration of being alone in the spiritual awakening, reflect on how solitude and community have shaped your journey so far. How will you balance these going forward to support your spiritual growth? Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the truth about being alone in spiritual awakening. May your journey be enriched by both the profound insights of solitude and the enriching connections of community. Are you ready to take these insights and integrate them into your daily practice?